Hey guys, Maestro here and welcome back today to a new video on the channel. We're going to be looking at some key FIFA 21 starter squads to help you kickstart your ultimate team for FIFA 21. If you do enjoy the video, please do leave a like if we get 5 likes, I may even do another one where I review some more starter squads. I have loads of different starter squads that we can look at. This is the first one. It's an interesting one. It's a very well-rounded squad. Some of these players, however, I do feel will be quite expensive, so I think this team's going to come out at a guess, I'd say 100k. I'm probably not the best at this stuff, but I would say 100k for this team. The likes of Gamero, being really quick, will be slightly more expensive, as will Fakir, who's such a well-rounded card, I believe. Sanson and Kondogbia, although they're not the quickest players, are very well-rounded cards, which means they can come out quite cheap and be really good and really useful in starter team because they're not like in-demand players as such. You got the likes of Erdegaard and Payet as well, who aren't they're rapid, but the passing and the dribbling on them both is brilliant for a starter squad. So if you want quite the player that likes to knock it around a bit, knock around inside outside, then these two are definitely worthwhile investments, especially with this French connection between a lot of the squad. Moving on to the back line, we've got Inigo Martinez, which is going to be a very well-used card at the start of the game. He's a decent card, again, not the quickest. Neither is Akanji in left centre-back. But I believe both of these, with their decent defending stats, are going to be really good to have. And obviously, everyone loves a good fullback. A good quick fullback to start themselves off. And Schultz and Kappa are probably the cheapest options if you want to go in this style of team with a combination of Liga and Bundesliga, etc. Schultz, again, left-footed player, not the best defensive stats at all. So it will be if you're going to get him, you need to get him on more of an attacking basis. But that's not saying he's not a bad fullback at all. Maybe you could even play left mid if you can get the chem on him. If you can get plenty of like green links around him, then he could be a worthwhile player. After Kappa on the right hand side, again probably a budget player for La Liga, especially now Nelson Semedo's moved on to Wolves. 83 pace, really good physical. Again, not the best actual defensively, but his dribbling play and his speed is very strong again, so he can make those runs up and down the flanks alongside Schultz. Let's move on to the second team. For the second squad, you may have seen a lot like it, to be fair. Going down the route of Eredivisie, which is going to be a really good league to buy from at the start of the game. I don't think a lot of the players will be too expensive, apart from the likes of Promise, who's going to be a very in player. I think your likes of Malin and Idrissi are going to cost about 15-20k each. This is a team that seems to have been based on the on a like sort of around pace a lot. So if you are looking for a very quick team, this is a team I recommend. Llorente obviously had a massive pace upgrade, which was really talked about when the database was initially released and player ratings were gradually being revealed. Llorente's had a massive pace upgrade. Rodrigo as well, Brazilian player, can link to a lot of people. Even if you put the likes of Renato Augusto in there, he would link. Emerson, again, the Brazilian right back, getting that strong link to Rodrigo. Another quick player. Again, defensively, probably not the best card to have, but I think in a starter team, you're not going to get particularly strong players playing there for you. As for Hermoso, a good go-to option to start the game. He's not going to be too overpriced again. A good rating as well. Bearing in mind, we are basing it off FIFA 20 ratings in this squad here. But this is very much a good starter team. Promise being converted to a centre mid as well. It's going to push his price up. Playing central and his pace and dribbling. Really good stats there. You're going to want him flicking around in midfield, especially in a cam role if you switch in game into a cam. Promise will be brilliant in that cam slot. Habs, Ake, again, 2 quick centre-backs. Following the theme of this squad, where it's fully looking at pace. And Brava in goal. The keeper's not too important at the start of the game. It can be gradually improved. There's only a few keepers in FIFA 20 that are genuinely very, very good. But this could be a really worthwhile investment for the squad. On to the third and final squad. The third squad, again, is one I found on the internet. The ratings of the forwards are a bit cut off, but that's not too important. This looks slightly differently. We have a few players that are going to be really popular at the start of the game, and I'll focus on those in a second. But a lot of players aren't going to be particularly picked up on, I don't think. The likes of Nkulu. I don't think he's going to be in too many squads at the start of the game. Yet he is a really good player to have at the back. Obviously 80 rated, 82 defense, 73 physical. He's a proper defender, which in my personal opinion is what you need at the start of FIFA. You need a player that can just defend. He seems like that sort of player that's going to be able to put a foot in and win the ball back. Cuadrado as well, rapid, great pace, great dribbling. He's going to be a bit expensive as well at the start of the year, but maybe about 15-20k. Same goes with Van Aanholt really. Similar price for him, but again the defensive and the physical is actually quite poor. Good pace and good dribbling though, like we mentioned before, if you want them bombing up and down that line, if you want them holding back while attacking, Van Aanholt and Cuadrado are definitely not your players to go for. Centre back Manolas, very good defender again. He's absolutely rapid though for the start of the game. He's going to be up there. He's going to be pricey. In my opinion, I think Manolas is going to be one of those players that you forget about, but he is going to cost you a lot of money at the start of the game. But obviously in this team he looks quite well with the links to their centre mids, and onto them, Bernardeschi being good, Bernardeschi in centre mid as well. 80 pace, 83 dribbling, 80 passing. Brilliant for a centre mid. Got a bit of speed, got the ability to knock the ball around, and got the ability to run it if it's needed. De Bruyne and Bonaventura will probably be more holding based midfielders. Again, the passing and dribbling is slightly lower, however their defensive ability and physical is a lot better. Bonaventura with 82 passing, 82 dribbling as well is very good. Not the quickest players, but more in terms of like the playmaker side of things. And the front three, you need pace. The shooting on the front three is the only thing that concerns me in this squad. They've all got fairly good dribbling. Gosens in particular has good defending and good physical. But dribbling 82, 82 and 77 is very good. And then 89, 82, 83 for pace. Again, like especially on Lazari over here, 62 shooting. It may not be good enough. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Like I said, 5 likes and we may even do another one of these. Thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.